Fitting the Texecom XB series sounder and strobe. First thing to do is when you fit it to the wall, ensure it is straight. All units come with an integral spirit level to aid this installation. Just below the top fixing screw there is a tamper adjustment screw. It is required to touch the wall to ensure the tamper has correct operation. Connections on a Texecom XB series sounder and strobe. The Texecom control panel has a clean loop for its tamper. No resistors are required. Other panels, resistors may be required. The test is optional. It is used with Wintex software to test the sounder remotely. On an EN50131 system, the fault output needs to be connected. This should be programmed to a spare input and labelled as sounder fault. The backlight is connected to 12 volts and 0 volts. You will also notice there are grooves between the internal cover for the wires to sit in, so when it is closed it creates a waterproof seal. The Texecom XB series has 3 links, the first one being battery on. When installing this, move the link to the on position, which is the top 2 pins, but ensure you connect the power to the sounder within 24 hours. Failure to connect within 24 hours will damage the sounder's battery. Upon putting this link into the on position, the left comfort LED will flash, indicating the internal cover is open. Upon closing the internal cover, the right comfort LED will flash. The comfort LEDs will flash alternatively. Fast if it is in hold off mode. It will come out of hold off mode when either the sounder is triggered or after 2 minutes of the power being connected. The comfort LEDs flash alternatively slowly when it is in normal mode. For an EN50131 system, we must leave the SAB link in on the top 2 pins and the LC, which is the low current, we leave that on the bottom 2 pins. Hold off mode is activated when there is no power to the sounder and the battery on link is fitted. The left LED will start to flash, indicating that hold off mode is active and your tamper circuit is open. Upon closing the internal lid, so the tamper circuit is closed, the right LED will start to flash. If the right LED flashes fast, it is indicating that you have no power to the sounder. Upon applying power to the sounder, the 2 LEDs will flash alternatively fast, and it will stay in this mode for a period of 2 minutes, or if you trigger the sounder by sending a signal to the bell terminal. Once this is done, the LEDs will start to flash slowly, which will indicate normal operation. On the right of the screen we can see the connections the sounder requires. To terminal A, it requires a permanent 12 volts positive supply. Terminal B is a negative applied to activate the siren. Terminal C would be a negative removed when it is in tamper. Terminal D is a permanent negative supply. Terminal S is a negative applied to activate the strobe. Terminal T would be a test input for enabling a remote test when using Mantex or Wintex software. The tamper relay is negative removed on the tamper input. The fault relay reports faults from the sounder. That concludes this video by M&G Tutorials. To mute a Texecom sounder, we do this by placing it in hold off mode, and this lasts for 15 minutes. This allows the sounder to be tampered without any sound. Note, also the strobe will not flash while the sounder is in hold off mode. To place the sounder in hold off mode, flash the strobe 3 times. The right comfort LED will flash slowly to indicate it is in hold off mode. To do this, we simply touch the strobe trigger wire onto a negative, 0 volts, for 3 seconds, and we do that 3 times. After 15 minutes has elapsed, the sounder will revert back to normal mode. Both comfort LEDs indicate by a slow alternative flash. It is also worth noting that when the strobe has triggered, we should leave the bell for 3 minutes to allow the capacitors to discharge. Otherwise you may get a shock if you touch the strobe terminals.